Harper Audio presents Worst Fears Realized by Stuart Woods, performed by Tony Roberts. The pain lay buried somewhere in the depths of Stone Barrington's upper body, a cross between a slipped disc and a coronary, it seemed. It had begun after a phone conversation early in the previous winter. The call from Arrington Carter had ended everything. Now she was the wife of another man, living in his house, rearing his son. He would never see her again, except in her husband's company, and he would never think of her without feeling the pain. He had never believed it would persist into the following spring, but it had. He saw Dino a couple of times a week, always at Elaine's. Dino was his closest friend, sometimes, he felt, his only friend. Not true, of course. Elaine was his friend, and the evenings in her restaurant with Elaine and Dino were the only bright spots in his week. His law practice had lately been boring, a personal injury suit that dragged on and on. A bone thrown to him by Woodman and Weld because there wasn't enough meat on it to nourish a firm with 30 partners and 100 associates. They were ready to go to trial, and the expected settlement offer had not materialized. It was depressing. Everything was depressing. And the pain continued, assuaged only by bourbon, and he had done too much assuaging lately. He sat at table number 5 at Elaine's with Dino, and ordered another assuagement. "Let's go to a party," Dino said. "Have your next one there." "I don't feel like going to a party with a lot of cops," Stone said. "It's not a cop party." "You don't know anybody but cops," Stone said. Dino caught the waiter's eye and signaled for a check. "I know lots of people," he said. "Name 3 who aren't cops or mafiosi." "It's not a mafia party either," Dino said. "It's at a deputy DA's. "Oh, then we get to bring our own booze." "His name is Martin Broom," Dino said, "and he's got some money, I think." "Isn't he handling the Dante trial?" Stone asked. Dante was a crime boss, and his trial was the most important since Gotti's. "He got a conviction this afternoon. The party is to celebrate." "How come I don't know Broom?" "Because he runs with a classier crowd than you're accustomed to," Dino said. "The only seedy lawyers he meets are in court." "Who are you calling a seedy lawyer?" "How many lawyers are at this table?" Dino replied. "I am not a seedy lawyer. I just take seedy cases. There's a difference." "Whatever you say," Dino said, standing up. "Let's get out of here." "Oh, all right," Stone said, struggling to his feet and grabbing his coat. "1 drink, if the guy serves decent booze. Then I'm out of there." The apartment was a duplex in the East 60s, definitely not the preserve of an assistant DA. "You're right," Stone said as they handed their coats to a maid. "There's at least $1 million of art hanging in this room." "What are you, his insurance agent?" Dino whispered. "Try and have a good time, okay?" "Tell me more about this guy," Stone said. "Word is, he's up for chief deputy DA, and he's gonna run for DA if the old man ever retires." "He'll grow old waiting," Stone said. A handsome man of about 40 spotted Dino and came across the room, towing a tall blonde woman in a Chanel suit. "Dino," he said, shaking hands. "I'm glad you could make it. You remember Dana?" The woman shook Dino's hand. "Who's this?" she asked, turning her gaze on Stone. "This is Stone Barrington, Dana. Stone, this is Martin and Dana Broom." "How do you do?" Stone said mechanically, shaking their hands. "I've heard of you," Broom said, steering Stone and Dino toward the bar. "You're over at Woodman and Weld, aren't you?" "I'm of counsel to them," Stone replied. "But Woodman and Weld would probably rather you didn't know it." Broom laughed. Then a couple of
Sample complete. Ready to continue?